This book started with an idea between me and my sister and some friends where we're like, do you remember when Mom caught me stealing the Tootsie Pop from Vaughn's when I was 7? And it turned out everybody in the story, everybody in the room had a story like that of just that time that you did the thing that you shouldn't have done and you got busted. So I sent out some emails and asked some people to participate. Did a few favors that I don't want to talk about. And about 5 months later, we have this beautiful book. It is for sale for the first time tonight here at the Booksmith, which is my local bookstore, so it's a real pleasure to have this book here and to have all of you here, so thank you for coming out. So the book opens with just an embarrassing story, very brief, that I wrote, and as the Fray and MC, it's my job to fall on the sword and go first because nobody ever wants to do that. So this is me going first. I didn't even know why I was lying. I was about 10 in the backseat of a car filled with the local Jewish boys going to Hebrew school when the lies just started pouring out of my mouth. Sure, everybody feels alienated as a kid, but some of us had good reason. I was an outcast at school, only partly because of the Jewish thing. After school, I was still out of place. I was too smart for the dummies, too dumb for the smarties. I was an outcast's outcast. The boys in the car were talking about sports. I didn't know anything about sports, still don't. But I just couldn't help myself. When the discussion turned to the last game, I joined in. It was radical, I said, in the parlance of the time. Oh, you liked that team, said William. Will was one of the smart kids. Smart and athletic, the fucker. Yeah, they're great, I said, guessing. He saw me for what I was, a faker. He reeled me in. You also like the Westfield Argonauts? Oh, yeah. And the Springfield Crocodiles? Oh, totally. I don't remember the actual names, but I remember what came next. Dude, those are fake teams I just made up. You're a poser. I turned red and stared at my seatbelt. Woo, came the chorus from the boys in the car. Busted. It's been almost 25 years since that happened, and I still think about it. I go back to that moment every time I'm tempted to be something I'm not, to put on a mask to fit in. I learned that people will always see me for who I am, so I might as well be myself. Better to live as an honest outcast than a popular faker, especially if I'm so bad at faking. That's why we devoted this first issue of Fray to busted stories. It's moments like these that teach us who we are and steer us towards who we'll become. I love busted stories because no matter the specifics, they prove that everyone has those oh shit moments. What defines us is what we do after we're busted. Thank you for joining the Fray. So, our first reader, second, because I just did first, is a journalist and author and co-founder of San Francisco's Litquake Literary Festival. His writings appeared in Salon, Wired, Maxim, and the San Francisco Chronicle. His newest book will be the punk rock oral history Journey to the End of the East Bay. Please welcome Jack Loera.
Hey everybody, how you doing tonight? First of all, I just wanted to say I'm so proud of Derek for what he does over the years. He works his ass off, starting magazines, websites, doing events. It's a ton of work, so give him a hand. The story I'm going to read it is in the book. I thought that would be appropriate. It actually began as an article for Maxim magazine. They sent me to on this assignment, and the article, the edit came back. Well, it was over 100 words, and there wasn't a fave involved, so it was kind of unusual for Maxim to do. And the edit came back, and it was so bad. And I've never done this in my life. I took